Hey, it's Sean McMean with Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast, and today we're going to talk about a topic that I love to talk about, and what that is about case studies for your damage restoration business.
This isn't just any podcast. This is your secret weapon for dominating the market.
This is the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast, and this is your host, Sean McMean.
Think about it. When a house floods, or there's a flooded basement, or disaster, or water overflow event, it doesn't matter what category it is, it's usually one of the most difficult times in a homeowner's or business life. And so they don't usually know what to do, right? So that's why they're calling you for help. And what we want to do is make sure that we are documenting that, obviously for insurance purposes, so that you can get paid on the job. But we want to also make sure that we're promoting that this is the type of work that we complete, and we are experts in those type of work. It's like you can have a website, you can shout and say, "Hey, I provide water damage restoration services." That's great. That's a base level thinking of it. But you also want to make sure you're showing jobs that you've completed for these types of services that you provide. And you want to make sure that you're telling where that work was completed at. So Google can connect the dots and say, yeah, this company says they do water damage restoration services. And also, here's a job that they completed for a flooded basement in Chicago, Illinois, right? And then you back that up with a review. We've already talked about reviews a lot until we're blue in the face. But at the end of the day, you want to be doing case studies, since that's what this video is about. That's what this podcast is about. Our guide to creating amazing case studies and tips of taking photos, videos, and writing content for those case studies. So we all agree that case studies and before and after images, and then taking those before and after images and producing a case study out of it is important. So how do you do it? Number one, it all starts with quality images or quality video. And so by that I mean, when you are taking the photo, you're going to be taking the photo at a horizontal angle, and make sure it's steady. So you're not shaking all over the place like this. Steady photo, right? You want to make sure that it's in a well-lit area, and that don't worry about zooming in on a specific patch of it. Just take a wide angle photo of it, and make sure, if you have an Android or iPhone, doesn't matter, that's perfect quality. You don't need to go out and purchase a DSLR camera or anything like that. Another great example is you can do the 3D photos, the Matterport photos. Those are great sources for case studies as well. But make sure it's steady. Make sure the area is well lit, and don't worry about zooming in on a specific set of information. Do a wide angle of it. That will be great for your photos. And again, please take them in a horizontal manner. Okay. The next thing is that you want to be mindful of the things that are in the photo. So obviously, if you have family photos of somebody, or it's a hoarding situation, just be mindful that you're not including the address on the photo, or that there's a personal photo or identifying documents that are in the photos. So try to plan that out beforehand before you take the photo. Now, for insurance reasons, obviously you probably don't want to do that either. You want to have identifying documents or things like that are maybe on tables or things, or a big photo of a family, right? We don't want to use those for case studies online. You can take whatever photos you need to take for your insurance purposes, but take it at an angle that shows the damage, and take it at an angle that you're going to be able to plan out before and after of that photo. So if you have a big bubble of water hanging down, which I've seen those photos like that before, make sure you're taking the before in the same spot of where you take the after you've restored or mitigated that area. and make sure there's no personal information or photos that are in those in the photos that you're taking. If you can, also do videos of the area. So you can use your phone again at that. Do not take the video at horizontal. Turn that video just like this, and you can do a panorama of it, something like that. You can walk around in the area if you need to, but plan on doing a before and after of that. So you can show a video of before, a video of after. You can combine them together, right? And then do not forget to explain what we're looking at here. You can use a moisture meter, right, if you're in the before side of thing, and a moisture meter on the after side, so that you can see visually what's going on. And explain what we're looking at on the video when you're taking the video there as well. Make sure that when you're writing the case studies that you are including what city the job took place. You don't need to include the actual address of the job, but what city or neighborhood that it took place. So if it's a specific neighborhood in Chicago, make sure you're saying the neighborhood and the actual town that it was located in. And then talk about the case study as a problem solution type statement. So what I mean by that is there was a reason why they called you. There was a problem that happened. You talk about the solution, and then you talk about the aftermath and any unique details that sets this job apart, such as the water was running overnight. They were out of town. It was running for 24 hours. They had how many gallons of water that were all over the floor, through the ceiling, through the second floor, whatever it may be, all of those details. You want to structure it as a problem solution statement and put as many details as possible about how, maybe what category of water damage it was, and how you went about mitigating that job. And so what we do for our clients is we ask them to let us know the location, problem, solution, and aftermath of the job, and then we turn that into a blog post or a case study that talks about that specific job in that area, and then links back to a location page on the client's website and a service page on the client's website. So it kind of creates this triangle of service we provide, location it was in, and the case study connects into all three of them. So it starts to create this spider web of details. So hopefully this information was helpful and give you some insights on how to create amazing case studies for jobs that you've completed.
You've been listening to the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast. Sean's not here to just talk the talk. He's walked the walk. With a track record of helping over 70 damage restoration companies and engaging in over 500 conversations with industry owners, he's seen it all. From digital marketing triumphs to the most ingenious growth hacks, he's got the keys to the kingdom, and he's sharing them with you. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, for more, hit the website at restorationmarketing.com. See you next time on the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast.